Okay, so this is Jay here, and I wanted to make this video for people that have a Mac Mini, which is this one right here. I have the Mac Mini M4 Pro, which is the higher end one, but there are really cheap ones out now. They're very good computers, and I've seen them selling for under $400. So it's a great thing to pick up. I have here a little docking station, which gives me extra ports, and there's my backup drive right there. So anyway, I bought um, this monitor for another Mac Mini. I had a Mac Mini that went bad, and the monitor wasn't working with that Mac Mini. And the reason why, this is it right here. I bought it. Um, so it's the Apple A1407 Thunderbolt Display, 27-inch. Okay, so that's this right here. And if you notice here, I can't go to the actual sale, but it was sold without a screen. Like, in other words, it was actually very cheap. I got it for, where is it? Go back again. Let's see, Thunderbolt, search. Yeah, so I got it for $128.28. So it's, pretty good price. And then what I did was I went online and I found a screen. Like, it has an LED screen, but it didn't have like the cover screen, like the glass cover screen. It was cracked or something like that. And these just pop on and pop off. And what you do is you get like a razor blade or a credit card or something, and you come up here and you have to be very careful that you don't bend the screen because it can crack. But you take it off. And anyway, mine came with one that was off already, and I just bought the screen, and it goes right on with magnets. So you just line it up carefully and it goes on. All right, so the problem I have with this monitor is this right here. If you go online and you search for Apple Thunderbolt Display flickering with Mac Mini, it would flicker and it would go on and off, and then I would play with the cable, unplug it, plug it back in, plug the power back in, and it would stay on for a few hours. But then I'd go away from the computer, it would go to sleep, I'd come back, and I couldn't turn the computer on. So I'd be playing with it, and it was very, very frustrating because it would work, but then it would flicker, and like it would go on and off. And then what would happen would be that I would have to, um, you know, so finally I just gave up on it. I bought this screen over here fairly cheaply, which I don't like as much. It's not as good. So what I found when I went online is I found out that you can use, basically what you have to do with this is, in order to get it to work with you have to use this adapter. So I had this adapter into that goes into a little C port in the back of the Mac Mini, and then it works. But like I said, I had the flicker. So what I found out was there's such a thing as a 1/2 cable. And I'm going to put the information for that there in a minute, but it's basically this thing right here. All right. And I'm going to, this might not be correct because there's two different kinds of cables and only one of them will work. And they don't make this cable anymore. It's the original cable. So you have to get that particular model. And as you can see, I paid, $50 for this. So it's like another $50. So the screen probably cost $40. The monitor cost, what did I say, 128 plus this and the shipping. So it was a little bit pricey because I had to buy the cable. And I bought the cable from Britain, so there was duties, and there was also the shipping and all that. But you can get these cables online for under $100, even though they don't make them anymore. All right, so I'm going to show you what to do with this. So you can see the problem there. All right, this is a frequent problem. What happened probably is someone tried to plug in the Mac plug this into a Mac by bending it, or it just got bent and eventually. So these particular computers, the newer ones, are more persnickety, like they don't take the signal. If there's any interruption in the signal, if the signal isn't completely clear, it basically it flickers. It tries to go to a different resolution and all that. So it's a pretty good, this monitor is pretty good. It's only like a, it's a 2560 by 1440. And you can see there are other, let's go back here again, Thunderbolt. There are other displays that are similar to this that you can get for under $200, but they're not as nice. Now you can get a lot of these online. Like this one is a new one, very good, refurbished, $600. I think they probably sold for over $1,000 when they first came out. But you can get some that says 4 parts are not working, and a lot of times what they will tell you is that the cord is bad. Okay, so you have to do a little bit of research. So if you can find one that has a bad cord, what you can do is you can buy a cord, and then what you do is you daisy chain it. There's a port here in the back, right? This is called a daisy chain port. It's like the second one over from the right on this side, and you just plug it into, this is where the original one was, but this is a daisy chaining port. That's like if you want to have another monitor hooked up to your monitor, like a dual monitor, an extended, I don't know how it would work exactly, but, and then basically you just run this over here, and you do have to also buy, an adapter. And these are a little bit pricey too. These are around $50. So it adds up. But the point is that like if you could pick up, a Thunderbolt display, what is this one right here, for instance? So this one's working, right? And you can see that this is the same as mine. But if you notice, see there's a little bit of tape there. Do you see the tape? Why is there tape there? Well, because those cords were not very well made. All right, so this is just another one. Let's see if we can find another one here. Here's one that says for parts for not working. So you can probably get one of these for under $200. Like here's one right here. It's under just over $100. So, but just search for this particular monitor right here. And then what you want to do is go and get this right here, and you'll have a pretty nice monitor. So that's my little tutorial on that.